confirmation that the music industry is even more demonic than we could ever imagine. Shane Lynch, he was a part of one of the most successful boy bands in the history of the UK. He's been exposing the dark and demonic side of the music industry for over a decade, and people are just now starting to wake up, and people are just now starting to listen. Boyzone. Now, I'm going to keep it real. I had no idea who Boyzone was. I'm not a boy band type of person. Well, back in the day, I dabbled in a little bit of NSYNC, you know, a little B2K. Yo, B2K was crazy. I forgot about B2K. B2K was, let me not get off track. Boyzone, one of the most successful boy bands in the history of the UK. They've sold millions and millions of records, had multiple #1 singles, multiple #1 albums. Even Michael Jackson sat front row at one of their concerts. If anyone has an inside scoop, and if anyone can give us inside information, it's people who were actually in the industry, who saw it firsthand, and who turned their life around and gave their life to Christ. And now they're not afraid to expose it because they know that the Holy Spirit has their back. And I was getting frustrated because my camera kept tweaking out for some reason. And that's why I know that I have to make this video, because my camera is acting crazy. But I'm going to make this video. Let me play this portion, this small portion of this interview. I promise it will give you chills. I promise you. Let's get into it.
When I look at the way the industry has the ruling over music. Now, of course, not all music is bad. By all means, it's not. But majority of it there is to take you away from Christ. 100% take you away from Christ.
In terms of the lyrics, is that what you mean? Or do you mean the industry itself, people, the big players in the industry?
Both, lyrically, and both big players. Both. I've been in rooms at the top of the top, which albums are prayed over demonically. Music is prayed over demonically. That goes out to the world, goes out to the radio stations, goes out to the public. And when you see that stuff and know that stuff, it's frightening.
What do you mean by that, Shane, prayed over demonically?
So rituals, ceremonies, everything to bring, to give light to the devil, to Satan. It's a satanic music industry. That's majority of what it is.
Do you mean figuratively, or do you mean literally you've been in?
Literally, yes.
And can you share what those albums were? Were they your albums?
No, they weren't our albums, no. They were not Boyzone albums. So that's what I mean by not every music is that, but it was on the stepping stone to that. So you're going back to the 1993s into 2000s. And then if you look at what the music is today, the industry is today, for all your Sam Smiths to your Dojo Cats to your Beyoncés they are so demonic, it's unbelievable. And we can't, it's in front of us. It's something that we kind of go, oh, it's just music. But it really isn't. It's absolutely taken over the world, taken over our children, and taken over everything that's coming to the times of world crisis.
And are you talking about them?
He said he was in these rooms. And just like I said, you got to understand the credibility of the individual who's speaking. If this is just Joe Smo off the street, just talking nonsense, okay, maybe you just take it with a grain of salt. But either way you slice it, we already know that the music industry is demonic. We already know that they worship Satan. We already know that it's antichrist. But now you have somebody who's been in the game, who sold millions and millions of records, who has seen the behind the scenes, literally said that he has seen the music and the projects being prayed over demonically. In the interviewer, and I'm going to get to what's on the screen because I know y'all see what's on the screen. I'm going to get to what's on the screen. In the interviewer, she was asking amazing questions. She said, do you mean figuratively, or you literally mean they were praying over it demonically? He said, I literally mean they were praying over it demonically. If that don't wake some of y'all up, I don't know what will. It's not just music that we're consuming. It's a spiritual battle that we are walking straight into. It's portals, it's doors that we are opening, that we are allowing into our spirit. It's deeper than just music. It's deeper than just music. I saw this video from Meg Thee Stallion. I do not recommend that anybody watch it. I was talking to my wife and I told her, I said, I felt like I cheated on her. I'm not going to lie to you. I literally felt like I cheated on my wife after I watched this music video from Meg Thee Stallion, because I told my wife, I said, I watched this music video from Meg Thee Stallion. It was on YouTube. It was on YouTube. And I said, in the very first scene, she showed her entire private part. Like she showed the you know what I'm trying, she showed the entire, and I'm sitting here talking to my wife. I'm like, baby, I'm sorry. I watched it because I'm making content. I want to see what it's about. I need to talk about it, but I didn't know she was gonna show her entire private part in the music video on YouTube. And it's okay. They allow it. It's still up. It's still up there. But yet when people talk against certain things, our videos get taken down, but you could literally have explicit content and it's still available. But this music video, aside from the fact that it's overtly sexual for no reason, is also extremely demonic. There's so many references. I'm going to take this off the screen because y'all don't need to see any more of this, but I don't understand how come everything that we see from the most popular artists in the world is blaspheming God. NBA Youngboy. Y'all might not know who NBA Youngboy is. A lot of y'all probably do, but some of y'all might not because it's just not the genre of music that you keep up with. This is the #3 song on trending music right now on YouTube. NBA Youngboy, Return of Goldie. I watched this music video as well. He's sitting here laid up on a cross, mocking Jesus, blaspheming Jesus, mocking Christianity. And it's #3 on trending music, getting millions and millions of views. If you don't think what he just said, if you don't think what Shane said is factual, is truth, then I don't know what you believe, because it's all in our face 24/7. They're performing some type of prayers, rituals, demonic rituals, worshiping the devil, clearly antichrist. And it's deeply rooted into the music industry, because the fact of the matter is, just like, Shane was saying, the music industry has an incentive to push you away from God. If the music industry was pushing you towards Christ, they probably wouldn't make a whole lot of money. They probably wouldn't sell a whole lot of records. They probably wouldn't have the same amount of influence that they have amongst society if they were pushing people towards Christ. Because if they were pushing people towards Christ, then more and more people would open up their Bible. And if more and more people were opening up their Bible, then they would be turning off the music and tuning into Christ. He was talking about Doja Cat too, right? I've made so many videos. But still, this is some of y'all favorite artists still. Not all of y'all, because I'm assuming a majority of y'all who watch my content are believers. But there's a large portion, believe it or not, who are not believers. Right? And this y'all favorite artist, filled with demons, worshiping Satan, blaspheming Christ. And Shane was also saying something in the interview. I'm going to link the interview down below in the description, because y'all just need to go watch the full interview. He was saying something in the interview. He said the music industry has such a hold on people. It has such a hold on people. And he was even saying that he himself at one point in time, he had a spirit of the Antichrist within him. He had tattoos on his body that were blaspheming Christ. As a result of just being in the industry, that's just what it turns you into. It chews you up and it spits you out. It's ruthless. And doesn't that perfectly align with the will of the devil to steal, kill, and destroy? We see all these people, even in just Hollywood in general, we see all these people going crazy, losing their minds. And it's like, bro, you have millions of dollars. You got everything that you would think that a human would ever want / need. And you're over here going crazy. You're over here tweaking out. Like, what is really going on with you spiritually? It's because this whole industry is built on a foundation, a demonic foundation that is opposed to God. Do y'all not see it? And if the dark and demonic is real, then that also has to mean that God is real, right? God is real. I could show you 3 different occasions in scripture where the demons acknowledge that God is real, right? Matthew 8, Jesus goes to heal 2 men with demons. Verse 28, it says, and when he came to the other side, to the country of Gardenes, I'm probably saying that extremely wrong, but I apologize. 2 demon-possessed men met him coming out of the tombs, so fierce that no one could pass that way. And behold, they cried out, what have you done? What have you to do with us, O Son of God? These are the demons talking. The demons see Jesus coming to cast them out. And the demons said, what have you to do with us, O Son of God? Have you come here to torment us before the time? The demons already know what's up. The demons know God. Look, the demons know who God is more than some people on this earth know who God is. The demons are so aware of who God is that even in this verse in Matthew 8, it says, have you come to here to torment us before the time? The demons knew that Jesus was on a mission. They said, have you come here to torment us before the time? James chapter 2. These fruit flies, bro. Yo, Satan, you gonna have to throw a lot more at me than some fruit flies to get me to stop. I'm just saying. Step your game up. Like, come on now. James chapter 2. It says, even the demons believe and shudder. Now, this is talking about faith without works, right? And the evidence of your faith is the works that you produce, right? But in the middle of this passage, it says, even the demons believe and shudder. Even the demons believe and shudder. They know the power of God. They understand more than some humans understand. Acts 19. Now I got hair in my mouth. What's going on here? Come on. Acts 19. This is when I believe it was Paul and somebody else, they were walking and they were casting out a demon. And the demon answered and said, Jesus, I know. Paul, I recognize. But who are you? So I forget exactly what was happening in this story. But somebody was going out. I don't think it was Paul. Somebody else, one of the other disciples was going out, or one of the students of Paul was going out to cast out a demon. And the demon said, I know Jesus and I know Paul, but who are you? And I think it's so interesting because all of this stuff is just right in our face, right? All of this stuff is so blatantly in our face. And I don't know if I'm the only one that ever asked the question of like, how can the devil just get away with just being so blatant and disrespectful, just right in our face? And it's because some people don't even know. Some people don't even believe. Some people think it's fake. And even the demons know. So even the demons know, and they're throwing it in your face. They're mocking Christ in your face. And they're sitting around talking about, who are you? Who are you? You don't, the demons are sitting here saying, you don't even know the power of Christ, but we do. And we're going to sit here and mock him in your face. Think about that. Think about that. It gets to a point, you know, where I see all of these things, right? Blasphemy from Meg Thee Stallion. I see this blasphemy from NBA Youngboy. I see the blasphemy from Doja Cat. I see the blasphemy from Sam Smith. A lot of y'all forgot about Sam Smith. From Beyonce, from all of these different celebrities and artists, you see all this blasphemy. And it gets to a point where it's like, you know what? It makes sense because the devil can't do anything new. And I don't want to be too harsh, but if you're not of God, if God is not the one you serve and God is not your father, then you are of your father, the devil. And if you are of your father, the devil, then you will do as the devil does. And the devil cannot do anything new. It's all the same. So of course, they're all going to be out here blaspheming God in the same way, imitating their father. Because that's all they can do. The devil can't offer anything else. And that's why he's so upset, because he wants to be like God so bad. He wants to be worshiped so bad. So the devil is getting all this false form of worship. Well, maybe it's not false. Maybe these people are actually truly worshiping the devil. But the reason why I say it's a false form of worship is because, in my opinion, the only true form and pure form of worship is the worship that we give to Jesus Christ. And that's what the devil wants so badly. And he'll never get it. And that's why he's deceiving so many people. And that's why he's using the music industry to sway the minds of so many people and deceive and lead straight to hell. But with God, we have an opportunity to step into everlasting life. And I know a lot of y'all are believers, but some of y'all are not believers. And sometimes you just have to look at the wickedness that's happening all around you. Sometimes you have to look at all the demon behavior and activity that's happening all around you to realize that God is real. Because look at the opposition. Look at how hard the opposition is going. It's because they know that their time is short and their time is coming. Get in my comments. Let me know what you think about this video. I'm out, y'all.